This game's too satisfying. Like, I've done actual power washing, and I can tell you, this game is just as actually satisfying as power washing, which is to say, oddly satisfying. I was gonna say, how long was that bumper gonna take? So I realized it was roundabouted. So we'll worry about the rubber on the tires until after we got the whole thing here. Wait, so I'm not limited to just the van. Noam Chomsky, we meet again for the last time. This is too much fun here. Alright. Kinda wish there was a... I'm actually having to switch to my middle finger because it's taking a little bit of stress to just hold and aim. Like, it's not like a mouse isn't like a trigger where you can just hold it down. You gotta like you can't just pull it. You gotta like press down on it, which is a different action. I don't know how else to. And I can't really use my thumb either. Because that's just. You can just lay on the mouse one without. Oh. There's a removal van outside my neighbor's place. They're finally going. Who's gonna need quality power washer? Yo, give me a second. Apparently, my entry-level job is to power wash the power wash van. Which I don't even know how this person got oil on, or whatever this is, on the very top. Like, this isn't grime. This is just like bird poop and mud and Lord knows what else. Like, did they actually bury this van? Is that the hidden lore? I haven't watched the game theory about power washing. Is that the actual lore? That we're a gravedigger that dug up the whole power washing van, and now we are the power washer by association. Oh no. Okay, here we go. On reflection, Bonnie Tiller might have been a better fit. You know how it goes. I hate washing windows though. Like, power washing hard surfaces is fine, but washing anything that's clear glass or even a mirror, especially oh god, I haven't even gotten to the mirrors yet. Mirrors are the worst because you do not want to break a mirror, but you also have to put like the most small amount of pressure on a mirror so you can actually get rid of the hard rub off stains. Oh, it's the worst. It's the parameter of the most stress when cleaning a mirror. Luckily, this job immediately evaporates that stress. I don't even know why I'm even being given anywhere close to 4 stars if I hadn't gotten to the license plate yet. Like, that should have been the first thing I washed off. I also really hope I'm not timed on this first career mission, because I assume I'm not, because I also appear to not have a hose dragging behind me, which sucks because that's like my second favorite part of power washing is like doing with the hose physics in real life. It's like then you get to play the roll up game and sing your rolling up the hose song. Roll up, time to pick up where we're gone. Roll up. Because like if you pretend rolling up the hose is like a Katamari ball, then like it makes it super worth it. Oh, please tell me I get to do undercarriages of a car. I don't know how. I'm glad they got the actual sound effect of. Oh, please let me get an undercarriage of a car at some point. Please, I'm begging you. I hate to sound like a Disney Pixar's Cars fanfic writer, but I'm begging you. Like the acoustics, the sound design on this is as good as I would hope for. Also, I'm playing with keyboard and mouse, so I don't get any of that controller vibration. I may have to play with the controller next time I get around to it. But kind of want that WASD mouse action since this is technically a first-person shooter. Granted, the only thing I'm shooting with is a hose, so you know. Oh, wait. Got him. Aw. Aw, now I'm upset. Alright, whatever. Alright. %99 clean. Goddamn mirror. Okay, I got it. Okay, now the mirror frame. Oh, I got that. To do grill tire. Apparently there's still... That's me. That's how I feel when power washing. Haha. Honestly, this could have just been a car washing simulator. Actually, you know what someone needs to make? Someone needs to make a racing game that has an unlockable car washing mode. It just lets you play. Like lets you car wash your own automobile that you drive in. Grand Theft Auto 6 needs the ability to not only purchase your own car, but wash your own car with power washer physics, water physics effect. I guess water's more of an effect than a physics in video games because they kind of have it as a particle effect. I don't know. I confuse my physics for my effects. Oh no. That's all like. Why does it feel like I'm getting somewhere else? Because like I've already gotten the tire. I have to hit them from the other side from where they're at. I think that's what it's asking me to do. Also, it's still asking about the grill. I thought I like went right over the grill. So, like, is there like the tiniest speck? It was in fact the tiny speck I couldn't see. Okay. Okay, let's just give the tires a once over. Is it this? That was what was giving the issue. Is this the extraordinary power wash? I got your details from a friend. Oh, you really help out. Look at me. Guys, look, that's me. I don't know why I'm wearing a hazmat suit. I probably could have just done this outside, so I would have had better ventilation, but okay. Van looks fantastic. Told you it'd be fine under the grime. I pinged you the 100 left over from what you gave me, so that should help you get off the ground. Also, let me just met my new neighbor over the fence, grumbling about his dirty backyard. Tell him to give you a shout. Okay. Backyard. Hey, Doc. I hope you like a challenge, because I'm pretty sure I've got the dirtiest backyard you've ever seen. Not really. That's reasonable. I don't know what your dog did. I don't know how your dog managed a horseshoe print on the doghouse, but not me bragging. Just back to town. Moved back. I don't know. I said mode. Moved back to town to help out my folks. Should have questioned why the garden pics in the ad that must have bred randos in here. Anyway, my girls are itching to get out there. Alright. What sucks is I can't move the mouse icon when it's in the loading screen. That had me really concerned. Oh. Okay. Oh, there really is a show dirt. Show the radiation of the dirt. Well, first things first. Let's start with the main gate. Funnily enough, my first girlfriend used to live here back in the day. Those were good times. Good times. Okay. Just if anyone has seen Invader Zim, the scene where Zim equips the germ detecting goggles and he just sees all the germs in his house, and Gurr is just a glowing blob of disgust, and he's like, it looks like you could use a hug, and Zim's like, no, stay back, ah! Because yeah, alien from another planet would have to worry about pathogens and deadly diseases of infection. Now, I don't know why it's only asking me to get, like, the how the stepstones are the only ones and not the gravel, but whatever. Probably just add. I guess the looser stones don't pick up as much dirt as the larger ones. I think that's what they're going for. This game is literally, like... Trying to figure out, like, I thought this was a horseshoe print that was here, and that's gone. Oh, I'm cleaning the doghouse. I'm cleaning the doghouse. I'm not even gonna get on that foot ladder. Screw that foot ladder. No. We're doing this dog some justice. You know how every, like, not every story about a dog, but a majority of books about dogs have the dog die in the end? Yeah, no. Fuck that. We're giving this dog a clean doghouse. Unless a message pops and says, yeah, that's the old doghouse. I don't know why we still have that dog. Yeah, no. We're giving the dog a good home. Away from the main home. I'll hope the pup gets plenty of head pats. What's your dog's name? Just a bone. Oh well. Okay, well, let's give it. How were they going this long without cleaning up the dog bowl? That's the thing you're supposed to clean the most of. Between giving them a fresh bowl food. Come on. That's just cruel. Okay, I just realized I'm on my side on the dirt that's already here. Doghouse, clean. Oh, not yet. Almost. Okay, I guess I'll focus on the rest of it then. Hold on. Get this walkway. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. Like, big muddy footprints take longer to wash off than the looser dust and gunk. Oh, that's so cool. That's really neat. And also slightly annoying, because that means I can't just wide nozzle this. Make way for the royal power washer. Ah. Must not step on the grime. The grime is lava. Which means I must quickly wash off this patio. Oh wait, that's the overall there. Okay, it doesn't go much more than that. For just the general grime. Like, how did they let their patio get this bad? Like, the doghouse is one thing, the shed's another, but like, the umbrella, the device that's, oh no! It's one red marker away from a Resident Evil umbrella. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do for a Sunday morning, and then we're going to figure things out from there. Nice, quiet game. Nobody getting hurt. Even wearing a hazmat suit, apparently. Like, I wondered why this game had my character wearing a hazmat suit until I saw the ability to just lean on the ground like a sniper in the grime. In order to kill the grime, I gotta be part of the grime. I'm probably not doing this the right way. I'm probably doing this in an order that makes, like just having fun drawing through it is probably making, like, someone with compulsive issues to a disorderly amount. It's just like, no, you have to completely clean a thing before moving on to the next thing. I've had some people berate my cleaning way. I'm like, dude, don't worry. It'll all get clean in its own time. I just want to have some fun with this Walsh. Because if I'm not having fun, then it's not really good. The ability, like, here's what the game should do. It should not let me change, like, if it was a rotating nozzle that changed the amount of water going out, that's one thing. But, like, it completely changes to different nozzle side of a different color entirely. I don't know, I don't know. Because, like, it makes the noise like you're turning a nozzle, but, like, it's a completely different nozzle at that point. Like, a different... Yeah, I already have the nozzle. Jeez. I'm rotating them. Alright, that's enough to get the boots, while also being wide enough to... enjoy some power washing ASMR. God. I'm just trying to keep myself talking so I don't just zone off and enter a flow state while doing this. Okay. Oh wait, how is their house? The back of their house fine, but everything else, that's just selective and weird. Like even the bottom part of their house wall is fine. Like, immersion broken immediately. I don't know if I can stand by this game. Like the back door Even the foot area of the back door is apparently not what I need to be washing. I guess they had a doormat that was here, but that didn't leave a mark of where a doormat would be, because even below the doormat was gunk. I don't know. Like, how do you have that many boot tracks, but, like, the entranceway to the back door is, like, spotless? That's what... Maybe... That implies they either cleaned the back door as well as the back wall of the house, but left everything else for me. Which implies they already have the capacity to power wash on their own accord, but I guess they wanted extra help. I don't know. They wanted to pay someone else to do that kind of hard labor. Yes, the hard labor of drawing smiley faces. And also dicks. The Duality of Man. Right here. By Eric Farrell. What's up? Do you do bikes? I could do it with someone running there. Don't send me messages. Why is my character reading text messages when he should be... I'm gonna pretend I'm not seeing that. Because, like, I shouldn't... Even if I'm power washing, I shouldn't be looking at my phone when I'm on a job. Because that's the best way to show my work ethic when literally no one else is watching me do my work. Because that's what I've heard every manager say. Because the customer and what the manager idealizes about the customer is always right. Especially if they're a returning customer. Because Lord help you if someone threatens to not be a returning customer to your specific business. Because that's just no good. No. Bing, bing, bing. Oh man, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna power wash everything except for a speck on each of them. And then I'm gonna run around and ding, 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 all at once. It'll be like some kind of Las Vegas amusement that's not associated with losing any money, but instead gaining money so much to great fortune. Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory. I would rather be an Indiana Jones type going through temples of doom for statuettes of gold, running away from boulders than ever waste any of my saved astute monetary value on a place of risk-taking and debauchery. You know that SpongeBob clip where Mr. Krabs goes on a night out on the town with SpongeBob and Patrick and then they end up picking up litter? What if you had a litter picker-upper simulator? Like that, but with this kind of physics style? Now I'm starting to realize I just want a game that's just No More Heroes, where you're an everyday entry-level worksman who never does the assassin gigging, just does entry-level work many things. Just kind of like your real life. I don't know. I guess that's the problem of being the second son, the prodigy son. My older brother than me went into the military, so he told me not to go into the military and to also not smoke. So you can imagine being an entry-level maintenance worker when all my maintenance co-workers are on their smoke breaks, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll just take a fresh air break on my smartphone between these power washings. Which I'm not going to stop power washing, because power washing is fun. Look at this. Look at this, like ice skating, but with pressurized water. Was that a cat? That Space Dolphin, is that a cat? Oh, I can't wait to see the instant replay of that. Yo, I didn't even know this game had an instant replay. Now I get to see the highlight of that. Oh. Oh, now I'm motivated to get this job done real quick. Because I think I just saw a cat jump away. Oh no, I didn't mean to scare it. Oh well. Hey. Here we go. Hey guys, I have a question. Do you like Tim Rogers' action button reviews? Or the occasional content he's made in the past on Kotaku? What if I told you that this entire time I've had his action button reviews of the Final Fantasy VII remake, and I was listening to it, and then I found out the Power Washer Simulator was on Game Pass, so then I stopped listening to it and I watched it, and then I decided to stream it. What if we reacted? I've already gone through it, but there's so much information that listening to any part of it would be the equivalent of a reaction. What if we just listen to some of it and audibly react to the commentary of it? So like we're not only doing just chatting, quote unquote, just chatting content, but we're also doing power washing. Then we're let's do it.
Rafters. If you're not familiar with the Opera House, it is definitely an important piece of video game narrative design history. Final Fantasy VI.
This is the Twitch stream right here.
Just so happens to be the actual Opera House. Chrono Trigger had several Opera Houses. Final Fantasy VII presented players with multiple Opera Houses of theretofore unseen tempestuous complexity. The opening segment of Final Fantasy VII,
Oh man, I hope this tiny toy car doesn't take nearly as much time as the van did.
Collecting parts for an outfit so he can dress up like a girl and infiltrate a rich man's house. Midgard's other opera house is the Shamrock Tower, where our heroes Cloud, Barrett, and Tifa need to work their way up a corporate office building.
Why would you even need a scan dirt option though? Because like, if you can't see where the dirt is, then I don't know. If you don't have an eye for dirt, I don't know how you're choosing to clean. Like this is clean. This is not that easy. I guess it's in case there's that tiny speck that gets missed. But like when it glows, it's orange, and that kind of matches the bricks in the sun. So like, let's say I clean just a giant plastic novelty orange, but the mold is orange. Oh, we gotta go.
Opera houses are big, old, multi-tone set pieces containing a clockwork.
Let's do it Rasengan style. Let's do it on hard specs like Rasengan was
horses, and they are spectacular. In a BioWare game, you might conduct quote-unquote romance by
romance.
Conversation.
Ooh, I would never have a conversation with someone because I am a Roman Catholic raised gamer boy who transitioned to science, the maths, the mysteries of the cosmos. I would never fall prey to the gamer girls and their OnlyFans, and their Fanslies, and their Twitch follower mode subscriptions, just to have a parasocial, quote-unquote, conversation.
You know,
and I would definitely never play a video game that would ever try to replicate such a sacred intimacy between two people that only belongs when they are married, and then they won't have much conversation.
Game flavor number, let's call it 6.5. The side quests.
6.5. 6.5. That's not flavor.
Though, can I just say that I definitely get a
Are you on your bullshit again? Like, you specifically said 8 flavors. And now you're saying there's a 6.5 flavor? What is it? What is a half flavor?
One of those monsters is enthrallingly fun to kill. The rest,
Yeah, but that
I
one
could take
literally
the
drops
Final
rocks
Fantasy
and can
VII
risk
remake
total
bookends
killing
these
your
side
party if
quests
you
with
don't
stilted
beat him fast
dialogues,
enough.
though there's never any
It was
enjoyable
fun
or
other than
even
that
meaningful
last part,
story
though.
being achieved.
They got
Side
beat him with
quests
a
are just
limit during that rocks
there
falling
for
part.
world-building
That was fun.
flavor. To be honest,
Okay,
these
okay. I guess a half flavor is like a mixed flavor. I think he said it was like a specific type of side quest.
Chapter 3. This is our quote-unquote date with Tifa. At this point in the story, Cloud doesn't have any purpose in this. The next time we do side quests, Chapter
Give me
8
the underside
on
of this
our
grill.
Air.
Yeah.
Cloud has places
Yeah. I feel like Randy Marsh from South Park. Getting sexually aroused by the food channel. But it's just for me cleaning this grill. Oh yeah, just want to clean the underside of this grill and put some coals. Oh wait, we don't need to put coals. It has propane and propane accessories. Don't you want to just light the propane grill up, grew some steaks, add some garlic seasoning. Yeah. I am a young bachelor going on 28, having fantasies of taking his everyman experiences to become a dad someday, maybe, I don't know, eventually. If you would like to help me foster or produce a child, then make sure to subscribe to my OnlyFans. Oh God, no. That is the extreme logical conclusion of like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know that much about OnlyFans other than the memes. But like, I can only imagine the few toxic men who would use. I don't even know how many male OnlyFans there are. Like, I would assume there's maybe 1 or 2 male cosplayers on it. Chip and Dale cosplayers, maybe. But outside of that, like, I'm also afraid there's at least one guy who's like, hey, if you want my gamer seed in gamer bathwater in a jar, halfway filled with butter, then, yeah, no, it's something disgusting like that. Speaking of disgusting, how the fuck do you get this much grime, what looks like piss stains on this couch out here? Like, I'm almost afraid to power wash cushions, because, like, even in real life, I've been told, like, what do you mean you left furnishing outside? Like, this would have been a nice place to put a hammock. This would have been a nice place to put either a sailor-style net hammock or a tarp one. But no, you put an actual couch on chains like a fucking maniac. I'm judging these people so bad right now. I'm gonna listen back to some more Tim Rogers to calm down.
More flavors together at once.
Wait, is that a volcano?
No 2 chapters.
Is that a volcano in the background?
I'll say this again later.
Is that a volcano mountain in the background? What is that? What is that? Can I power wash the volcano? Can I power wash the volcano? No. I gotta listen to some of this right now. I gotta calm down. This game has the game theory lore in it. That's crazy. I haven't even watched the game theory lately. I stopped watching when he started covering Five Nights at Freddy's for the 100 millionth time, rather than anything to do with Psychonauts 2, because I know Matt Pat has a psychology degree and has been participated in theater, so I am offended that he has not only done a psychologist theorem upon the Tim Schafer Psychonauts from Double Fine, but also not even like any video associated with Gloria's Theater, or like, I say that because like Gloria's Theater, I don't know that much about bipolar disorder, but I feel like like artistically representing bipolar disorder as two different mood lightings on a stage is interesting, but I don't know. I'll have to talk to someone. I'll talk to a friend in person that has. Yeah, I don't know. I also don't really know about one of my friends that a family member has classified as bipolar, even though that friend is not diagnosed as that, because my friend doesn't have bipolar. My friend just happens to have like moments of like energy to do a thing, and then like will just need to recharge, like an introvert, much like myself. But like the best way I've ever tried to describe it is like socializing to me requires like an actual energy meter in a video game. Like having a really in-depth conversation can like keep the meter going, but after like talking for hours or even just like having a number of small conversations but back to back to back to back to back for a day can be like actually exhausting. Like mental thought and communication requires biological metabolism power. See also math. And not just any math, but the math where the high school doesn't let you use a calculator or a Google, or the answers that are already in the back of the book that you're solving the problems for. I ended up doing really good in geometry. Like, I preferred geometry in high school over algebra because unlike algebra, where you solve for x, but x doesn't mean anything like in physics. Like in physics, the letter represents like t is time or F is force. But in algebra, it's like, oh no, we don't know what x could be, but you have to solve it. Whereas geometry, you can just like organize angles and shapes and all that. And yes, I am drawing a pentagram, but actually it's an alchemy circle. No, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna get back to Tim Rogers because I went on a tangent there. Point is, conversations. It's I'm a power wash, so I can charge for talking to you now.
Final Fantasy VII Remake works its trick. It makes a few hours ago feel like a million years ago. With
Tapping on that W key, look at this W.
Modern of an ancient game expresses with level design one of its forebears most.
I actually like that part. I heard someone online on Twitter complain. Okay, here's the thing. I have a hot take. I prefer the Final Fantasy VII Remake over the original Final Fantasy VII by a lot. Because it's an actual game. Like, it's an actual fleshed out game. And also, like, even though it's the first part of the story, I got through all the side quests. Well, I got past the Balrog, the underground monster boss side quest at the 40-hour mark. That to me is a finely timed, finely paced video game of the first part of a story of characters doing things in one setting. I'm okay with the second part of the remake being the open world segment because Midgar had quite a lot of adventuring in it. And I actually like the robot hands. Because, like, you help Aerith and Cloud through the robot hand puzzle. And then Cloud gives her a high five after it. It's funny. It's great. Okay. I don't know.
Backtracking to a previous
and also, it's giant robot hands. What, you gonna complain about Mecha now? Dude, I dig giant robots. Much like that Megas XLR show that talks about how people, including attractive female chicks, would admire The giant robots. You dig giant robot cars. I dig
Now
giant robot
that's a
cars.
character
Chicks dig giant
development
robot cars.
you can take
Everybody
into
dig giant
the
robot
game. The
cars.
Final Fantasy VII Remake seasons these game flavors with 2 spices: cutscenes and battles.
I want
If
to
you're
test
here
something.
for one, you're here for the other.
Oh,
Final
that's like...
Fantasy VII
Ah, it
treats
dispenses
each
out
scene
if
like
I'm
a
too
major
far. I guess
motion
that makes
picture,
sense.
and treats every small-scale battle like nobody ever got annoyed by a random battle back in the day. As I said earlier, I spent 9
I know.
hours,
I like the
27
original
minutes,
Final Fantasy
57
VII,
seconds, and 53
but I
frames
prefer
of
the
battle
remake
starting
as terms
by
of like
100% leisurely playthrough.
it not mistranslating a
That's
dialogue
20.6%
about
of the
not
game.
attacking
If we
the
subtract
scorpion tail.
cutscenes
Granted, I
from
found
that,
out later,
25
I remembered later
38%
that
of game.
the scorpion,
That's
like, it says the line,
the game.
attack the scorpion tail, it will counter attack you. But, like, the proper way I feel like it should have been translated was, don't attack it, it'll attack, because when you're mashing through dialogue the first time you go through a boss, you see, attack it while its tail's up. You kind of forget about the counter. I'm gonna listen back to this. I don't know.
If we consider
Also, Cloud having a Punisher mode that lets him parry counter enemies with a giant Buster Sword that's larger than he is. And a sequence in which enemies fire at Cloud while he's climbing a ladder, but because the Buster Sword covers 75% of his back, he's fine because the bullets are just getting blocked by the giant sword on his back. Like, that, to me, is hilarious because I'm like, oh yeah, that's why the sword is so big. So it can be used to block bullets. Yes. But the use of a Buster Sword causes use and rust where are a waste of a Buster Sword. I don't know. I am looking forward to finally playing Crisis Core Reunion as well as Rebirth, as well as reintegration eventually, because I'm interested in that. Let me get back to
the
that.
time spent in menus, equipping or upgrading weapons, or equipping and arranging materials.
Oh man, this is great. Oh man, my high functioning brain is super happy right now. Look at this. Yeah. Pattern recognition. Fixated up the wazoo, doing things alike. Yeah. Yeah.
How would they do?
Great, I could probably just do this.
More or less.
But like this isn't.
8%.
I say it, but this is.
Have all those
Wait, can I spray the other side?
Substantial enough to knock the combat percentage down.
Yo, this
below
game.
38%.
This game going
I don't
places.
think so.
This game going
You know
places.
what? I'll take that challenge. So for today, the Final Fantasy VII Remake shows us a huge budget prestige video game where elements other than combat.
I don't know why I'm thinking about it, but I want a power wash game like this, but it's set in Rapture. I want to play as a Big Daddy that's power washing the city under the sea. It's like the biggest piece of irony, because I'm thinking of like how BioShock was like marketed as like the best water physics in a game for a while. Best water effects, best city under the water. Okay, the only city in the water. Granted, there's Atlantica and Kingdom Hearts, but I don't think water levels get a bad rep. But I'm thinking like, of course, there would have to be a power washing Big Daddy in Rapture. Let me know in the comments below when this gets ported to YouTube as to if you believe a Big Daddy would have power washed in Rapture, or better yet, if they just made a power wash plasmid that just shot jets of water out of your fingers. Which admittedly is the most practical use of a water spewing plasmid, because there was the Undertow Vigor in BioShock Infinite, but that was used for like a tentacoid of water with the biggest of topophobia pole barnacles in the hands. So like, you could even use that to basically just push enemies off the city in the clouds, but like, or entrap them with the Undertow and then zap them. Trap them, then zap them. chopping that meat. I'm gonna go through Fallout and Bioshock later on, just as like the cream of the crop of the 7th generation in gaming. Holy crap, I just remembered Bioshock Infinite was at the end of the 7th gen. The entire Bioshock series was the beginning and the end of the 7th gen of games. Complete with iron sights. Rechargeable shields, at least during Bioshock Infinite. And death not meaning anything because there is a plot-related reason as to why your character could just reload that. But, oh well. And the answer was quantum physics! Oh no! My character is a particle wave in the hardest of gravity! Man, I started watching Oral Knots, and I can't get over Creepio's delivery of the singularity. That's gonna be my narration voice for whenever I'm voice acting a mad scientist character, or an HK-47 like assassin droid. The filthy organics! How did they even manage to put dirt on bricks? Why did they put the bricks in the dirt and ask me to clean the dirt off the bricks that are in the dirt? You filthy organics and your logical paradoxes. I will put microchips in your brain so you can understand the sheer complexity of your idiocracies. I will put the full lectures of Socrates within your cerebellum so that you may know a fragment of an iota of an indisputable amount of hate that I have for you. Hate. Hate. I'm gonna keep the yellow one on so I got the Creepio voice going. Look, Fatu! It's a doghouse for you to live in! Yay! I sure can't wait to wash this backyard so that their method of payment, this backyard wash will be good, so good that the organics' only method of payment will be giving the baby to Creepio. Man, I can't get over oral knots. Because, like, the entire concept of the Jedi being just rave dance addicted midichlorians as a drug as well. Just, oh man, like, I almost want to make a One Piece abridged / One Piece alternative where pirates just want to party. That's it. That's all they want to do. Which, ironically, isn't further from the truth of One Piece, because, like, what do the Buggy Pirates want to do? They want to party. What do the Shanks Pirates want to do? They want to party. What do the Big Mom Pirates want to do? They want to have a tea party, under penalty of death to those who don't attend or give ingredients to the wedding cake. What do the Beast Pirates want? They want to party and love me tender. And what is it the Straw Hats always do at the end of every big fight with the bad guys that were partying too hard at the expense of the peaceful villagers? They party. The Straw Hats party with the help of the peaceful villagers. And then they run away when the world government cops show up. Fuck the world government. Somebody in the back yelled, fuck the world government. Fuck the celestial dragon. And fuck Emu, the king of the world, on the crownless throne of swords. I still can't get over how there's a throne that nobody's supposed to sit on, but there's still a king of the world that just doesn't sit on the throne. And also, like, obviously it's not a throne made of swords. It's a throne that has a bunch of swords in front of it. I'm still waiting for Sabo's adoptive brother, who's the prince of Windmill Island, East Blue, Windmill Village, East Blue, to just start something. Because, like, he said, I want to be on that throne. It's like, no, you can't be on that throne. That throne belongs to someone far further. And, like, I'm going to laugh if he ends up causing trouble. Because Sabo, Chapter 154 happened. Oh, boy. Sabo's in trouble. Don't know how much of it was big news and how much of it was a clickbaity article from... Yo, I can jump high. Can I jump from the lawnmower to the roof? Yeah! Okay. This game is a 10 out of 10. This game is exceeding all my expectations. I expected the game to be like, no, you can't jump off the handles of a mower. That's not how physics work. And you can't stand on a shed. Watch me. Watch me. What is that mountain in the distance? That is...
Holding the triangle button for 3 seconds while you wait for a door. Look at this.
I gotta calm down. I gotta calm down right now. This is just gonna be me fixating on my tangents, as well as the Tim Rogers action button review of the Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 and the Epic Game Store on PC before it eventually, hopefully, gets ported to Steam, if it isn't already. I will double check later. Didn't it?
Get me into character.
Didn't
Letting you watch my characters involved in a quiet, intimate struggle, though it has an
Who cares about Cloud's quiet, intimate struggle, says the fanboys of the original. We don't want to be able to fight Sephiroth in the first part of the game. We don't want a rad sword fight that pays homage to Advent Children as well as Kingdom Hearts. We don't want fun. I do actually hope that there's an official, like, HD actual remaster of the original Final Fantasy VII to coincide with the remake. But I love how the remake is just a rebuild, just a reassessment of the story, but with modern day graphic engines. 'Cause God. Look. You want to know how stupid it is for people to be hating on the remake? The remake is the reason why Tifa was trending in Italian politics. Think about that. People never heard about Final Fantasy VII. Heard about Final Fantasy VII in the real world. And also, the Pope had some circus performers play the Genocide song. So that's cool. Man, Undertale is actually just the most Catholic of video games. Where it's like, if you kill one monster, you are forsaken from the true pacifist ending. But if you kill every monster, then you get the most punishment. A really rad boss fight. Followed by a jump scare. Followed by every I don't know if that counts as a big spoiler. I won't say what the last part of what happens when you do the genocide. But Undertale and Deltarune are in my go. And I'm going to draw Flowey. Flowey the flower. My best friend. And now I'm going to spray him with some friendliness petals. Yay! So yeah, no, the reason I'm also listening to some more of the Tim Rogers again is because in the beginning of the Final Fantasy VII remake review, he does in fact like talk about how he anticipates someone becoming his successor in long tangentially related video game reviews that are also autobiopics of narration of one's life, and how events in their lives are coincided with the events of a video game and the memories therein of having played. And like I watched that intro, I'm like, it's gonna be me. I'm going to be the successor to Tim Rogers. I hope it doesn't give me nearly as much health issues, because I can only imagine working independently for only 10 hours of a day rather than 16. Like 12? You don't want to go past 12. You don't want to say you did half a day on something. Make sure to take breaks. Breaks are important. If you're on crunch, take some breaks. Take a day off after you crunch for a week. Even during my maintenance job, like I tried getting to get set to work like a few hours every day, but the guy was like, no, you're working 6 days. You're not gonna put yourself through any more than 60. I don't know. Mostly because I just really needed to punch in hours as an independent worker again, and because the mall that I was going to go back to working at that point really needed clean. Let's listen to more Tim Rogers. This review style is what I wanted. Because if MacPac will make a Psychonauts video, then, or even Austin, I would be happy if Austin, it's him, Austin from The Science. I'd be happy if he did the messed up secrets of Psychonauts, because I didn't find out about it until a friend told me when I was telling him about Psychonauts, the video game franchise. And he's like, oh, you know, Psychonauts is a real thing in the real world, but it's people who take psychedelics. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I was like, I didn't believe him. And like, obviously knowing how Tim Schafer had the original concept of a Mind Trip video game from when he was working on Full Throttle, but wasn't allowed to because it would have been too much of a drugs reference, and LucasArts didn't want to do anything with drugs other than death sticks. Okay, here's the thing about Star Wars. Would you try just one death stick? Now you might think, no, of course not. It's literally called a death stick. Why would I do something that has death in it? Here's the thing. Death stick sounds like the most unintentionally raddest name for an illicit material, and it's clearly not a cigarette because it's lit like a freaking glow stick. Pop a death stick, watch it glow through your intestines. Whoa. Okay, it actually won't kill you unless the glow stick burns on it. Looks like you're almost done.
5%
Fuck you.
if you speed.
You can clean this backyard if you want you girls to have so much fun, my guy. Come on. I'm kidding. I'm having enough fun. You can't wait to see the replay with my character bobbing his head up and down like a red versus blue character. Wait, I don't know how good the quality of this is because I was installing Red Dead. Okay. I don't know. Oh no. I'm glad I remembered that. I was downloading the Red Dead Online
AI buddies are
because I was met with the trolley problems video from Markiplier, and it made me think about how in Red Dead 1 you can tie a person to a train track and watch them literally explode. Not even get crushed, like just actually erupt into blood when the train goes by. Like, I'm wondering what Red Dead 2 did for the Dick Dastardly. Was it Dick Dastardly? It's not Dick Dastardly. I'm thinking like the villain of Dudley Do-Right. It's not Dick Dastardly because he was in Wacky Races. Villain of Dudley. Villain Dudley Do-Right. Snidely Whiplash. Okay, but you can understand why I was confusing Snidely Whiplash for Dick Dastardly, right? Like, look at this. Look at this. I found you, Faker. Who are you calling Faker? They both got twirly mustaches. And a top hat. And a purple theme. Come on.
In other words, congratulations, everybody. We've invented a 61.
Oh wow, thanks. Yeah, I definitely didn't need a
prestige video game
step ladder. I guess I'll just stand on the umbrella itself. Okay, so I actually have several problems with this game already. If this game was meant to be like a flight simulator or a farmer simulator where like playing the game actually gives you pro tips on what to do for such a job, this is already bad because obviously you don't stand on the umbrella that you're cleaning because that's not how umbrellas work at all. That is not OSHA. That is not OSHA approved. You are going to get your independently contracted job in trouble for the amount of OSHA violations you are breaking. Ocean man, tell me about the sound of the bird. You got so many violations. Ocean man, it's a song I came up when I worked in maintenance. Da, da, da. Ocean man, hope I don't get exposed to any asbestos. Why would there even be asbestos here? We should get rid of the ocean man. Wah, 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 wah. I wasn't exposed directly to any asbestos, but I was there on a day when they had asbestos removers removing asbestos from an area that I had to walk through during work at maintenance, and I kind of had enough of the job after that. So, because they didn't tell me. Not only did they not tell me that they were removing asbestos that day, they also did not. Nobody told me that there was even asbestos there to begin with. So that was cool. That's a great time to remove asbestos. When you still have an independently janitorized guy cleaning a mall space that's being deconstructed on one of its wings, while also such a mess, man. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And I worked an unpaid internship in college for game design. So that's fantastic. But power washing's fun. Streaming on Twitch is fun. This is more Tim Rogers because I need something else to fixate on.
In fact, this
We'll fix it.
sound of doubt.
This is Sound of Silence and Video Game Bird Chirping. It's also daylight where it's dawn where I'm at. I already went for a walk.
Back in 1999, every dude on my college dorm floor at Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana.
Comedies have a wedding. Tragedies have a death. Final Fantasies have an opera house. Can I just go to this laser parade channel? I want to see who this laser parade is now. Apparently. Oh no, I'm still on the clock of this power washing. Okay, now we can check. Dang it. They only have 2 uploads. Oh well.
NASCAR or Formula One, jock or cool guy, NFL or NBA, liberal arts or business college, free med or free law, virgin or laid, Sega or Nintendo, fake ID or no fake ID, rock and roll or techno, every dude.
Why would you get a fake ID? I feel like you get in more trouble for the fake ID than you would flack for being the guy who doesn't want drinks with your underage friends. I only drink on rare occasions, very special occasions with friends. If the friends are there for the special rare occasion, but I don't know. And then I only have like 1 drink and then I'm done. That's as far as I go. Especially because I've ended up being the actual designated driver, so that's great. I had one family member who I won't specify which family member it was, nor will I specify what time or area it was at, but I had one family member who got so drunk, they were actually stumbling around like Captain Jack Sparrow. And that was not fun. They had had too much. Alright.
At least once, arms akimbo, spectated, knights around.
I should not say.
This would be like, and dudes would just know. At least every dude on the floor had played the bottom mission, seen the final boss in down, received a burned CDR with 1 Wing Danger Group, in addition to several songs by Everclear and Sugar Ray, and they had seen Knights of the Round. The rest of Final Fantasy VII they could take or leave. I remember 4 guys who reported that they had tried to get into the game, yet it just didn't grab them. All 4 of them had been lured by that sexy image of Cloud Strife holding a big sword with bad Chinese writing.
Trying to show my friends list on Xbox because I pressed the wrong key.
Motorcycle in front of a red sky, as seen on the
Oh yes, because the birdhouse isn't.
Of the
actually isn't.
Rooms. They said they just couldn't enjoy the game at all. They all complained about the random battles. These guys obviously all owned PlayStations. All 4 of them owned and regularly played Madden. 3 of them.
You didn't say anything, Twitch audience.
Solid. One of them actually went on to beat the first disc of Xenogears, and then somebody else on the floor had borrowed my second disc of Xenogears. I got it back from him before the end of the year. He never got to borrow the second disc, and I kind of feel like maybe that's giving me a favorable impression of the role-playing game. I remember each of these guys' names, physical attributes, and musical preferences. Knowing what I know of today's youth, I can tell you with confidence that if they had been born 10 years later, at least 2 of them would daily watch esports on Twitch.
Damn, he calling him out on that.
Something, if not a lot, to do with the Final Fantasy VII Remake's combat system. The Final Fantasy VII Remake seeks to imbue each individual battle, however mundane, with at least a splinter of the appeal of Knights of the Round. Many battles are big,
I think after this backyard, I'm gonna take a break.
Even some of the quote-unquote random battles occur in scripted level-designed locations. Short battles can last for between 9 seconds and 2 minutes.
I'm not really a fan of the whole, sir, could you wash my birdhouse for me? Yeah, no, I'm sure that's not actually what these neighbors are supposed to be like.
Distinct moments during some battles. In fact, I can recall several instances when I was frustrated that I couldn't.
Like, it has that Dinkelberg vibe of,
when I
hey, neighbor! You care
ability,
power washing my golden toilet
weapon,
seat?
and accessory is as though designed
Something like
under
that.
a fancy microscope. Each mechanically unique character is a
Acting
full
like
game
he's so
unto
much more
themselves.
perfect than
Therefore,
me.
when I say the game features 8
With this
kinds of
idealistic
battles,
lifestyle
I ain't even
that
kidding.
I have to be the
Fight
one to
some
power
battles
wash
alone,
and get
some
paid a
battles with
modest
just
amount
Barrett, some
for.
battles with just Tifa, some battles with just Aerith, some battles with Barrett and Tifa, some battles with Tifa and Aerith, and some battles with Aerith and Barrett. Furthermore, you fight one boss as Tifa and Barrett, one boss as Tifa and Aerith, and one boss as Barrett and Aerith. I think the evidence points to the designers having meticulously tested and balanced every possible combination of 2 or 3 party members. This is why you can't control your full team. They weren't going to pour thousands of hours of design work into a character who only...
You can't play as the cat doggo.
The complexity of the characters
The
is
cat doggo will be saved for later.
Stay fresh, exciting, and just out of the mastery grasp of your brain's fingertips. I wouldn't say that each party lineup is a quote-unquote whole different game. Though
Man,
I would
Hojo's
say
evil.
that each party lineup is sort of a whole different Japanese role-playing game battle system. In other words, this battle system
That's all I want
gives
to say.
us a
Hojo is an
to
evil
talk
mad
about.
scientist.
So let's get to it. I'll start with a quick breakdown. Actually, I just had a ridiculously good idea for a name of the segment. For the show. Ready for this? You ready for this? Because the 3 letters of my first name also form an acronym for The Instruction Manual, I'll start with a quick breakdown.
He is accurate.
The Final
Here's the
Fantasy
thing, I
VII
actually
remake
liked
uses
reading
a
instruction manuals for video
real-time
games because it'll have like
role-playing
cool little
combat
screenshots
system.
or
At the time I
real
made
neat
this review,
tips
the
and
game was
tricks
only
and
available
also
for
the
PlayStation 4
controls,
in 30 frames per second, so I'm
which
going
are
to
always
use
helpful to
PlayStation
know
button
other than
names.
just pressing every
If you're watching
button.
this after the glorious PC version
Like,
has
even
come
if you
out,
press every
well,
button, there might be
use the
button
left
combinations
analog
that
stick
help.
to move the character.
That are not otherwise
Press the square
specified.
button to attack. Press the R1 button to block. Look
I
at the
see.
2 bars under your characters' names in the lower right corner.
Okay, we know how
These
Final
are
Fantasy VII Remake is
ATB.
played.
ATB
We'll
stands
talk
for
about
active time battle.
more
the
on
name
that
of
later.
the bad yet well-meaning and somehow classic Final Fantasy battle system introduced in Final Fantasy IV in 1991. As you attack enemies or simply kill time by blocking or moving in circles, these bars fill up. When one is full, your character has accumulated an ATB charge. You can spend 1 ATB bar to use an available ability, magic spell, or item. Most ATB actions cost 1 ATB bar. Some of them cost 2. Some of them cost 1 to start, though we'll use 2 for a more powerful version if you have 2 ATB bars available. In Final Fantasy IV, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, the ATB bar represented a character's readiness to receive any command at all. And yes, I know that Final Fantasy IV did not have visible ATB bars. Trust me, the ATB bars were there, you just couldn't see them. Simply attacking an enemy with your regular boring weapon required a full ATB bar in the old, unremade Final Fantasies. And yes, I know Final Fantasy IV has been remade, however, it does not run at a silky smooth 60 FPS
Oh, the
on my
sound
PC, so
of-
remake it again.
I gotta
Remake.
parkour my way up
Functionally
there
speaking,
again.
the visual language of action games.
Oh, you
can't
gotta
have
be
waited
kidding
around
me.
Between each sword swing. Only a bad game would do that. Your regular attacks in the Final
What?
Fantasy VII remake send
You
off
can just ramp jump off the toy car! There's Half-Life jump, super jumping in this? I'm gonna stop playing this game after this level because this is too much.
wonderful particle effects and build your ATB charges faster than simply standing around. Your AI
By the way, I don't know if anyone is watching. I am sorry, I don't have a Twitch chat open right now. I can't read any dialogue that may or may not be there right now.
Cloud magnetizes
I am
to
in
the
my
nearest
own
enemy when you
little
press the
world
attack button. Tifa doesn't.
right now
Though
that
she
I am
runs
sharing
twice
with
as
you
quickly as
why.
her. She feels more like an action game character. Barrett is big and slow and can confidently
Barrett is a
hit
shooter
anyone
man.
from anywhere. tempting you to keep him at a distance, though he's also your tank. So
You gotta
get him in there. That's interesting. When anyone
I hate shooting between the seats, though. Oh, that just feels wrong.
Game into a turn-based RPG for a couple of seconds. Like its combat design.
Like I'm expecting to have to like dump out the water from that.
Keys. You can access these by holding the L1 button and then pressing the face button corresponding to the move indicators. I gotta say, I wish they let me map moves to the triggers too.
Game is chaos. This game is chaos, and the player is the one who has to bring it back to order. Or at least the illusion of order that the off-screen patrons of this job wish me to accomplish. When the inevitability of crime grows ever onward.
In addition to switching,
just let nature take her course.
You'll also want to
just let her take her Earth back. Why are you even fighting against it?
Big sword guy. If a battle includes a lot of obnoxious airborne enemies, for example,
why would you even acquire
so use him. At the core of every encounter is the stagger system. This
and then hire someone else to clean your property when you should be the one responsible for it. But then complaining about getting a job opportunity.
Attacking an enemy in a specific manner will induce a status clearly labeled with big, ugly text as pressured. Inducing pressured status requires either common sense, robots hate lightning, for example, reading of visual cues, or some light puzzle solving that requires using the scanner ability and reading a wall of sometimes imperfectly translated text detailing the enemy's patterns, behaviors, and elemental weaknesses.
Okay, so now I'm glad I have a dirt scanner, because like,
quickly staggered.
Oh yeah, you better clean the grime off these rocks.
These are clearly labeled as focused
that you can't
focused
even
strike
see.
for Tifa, focused thrust for Cloud, and focused shot for Barret. Focused attacks do decent damage on their own.
Don't you just fill the fountain with water?
And you have ATB bars in the chamber when the enemy enters the pressure zone. You can quickly induce a stagger state.
And I know you have to dump the fountain of water in order to actually power wash it.
A staggered enemy has virtually no defenses. They can't act. They're a complete.
Like, I want the water to slowly pool at the bottom as I'm power washing it. I want that to somehow be a property of this game that's coded in.
This is sometimes deliciously easier said than done. Learning to muscle memorize ATB cooldowns and attack windups becomes
this part sucks.
Representing the perfect source of virtually all.
Did I get everything else?
You will derive or not.
Really, I did. It's just this part.
Is in fact so important that Tifa's perma-available starting regular actions exist primarily to increase the damage bonus percentage during an enemy's stagger phase.
Launchers, dude.
A few other details, that's basically
why even leave these chairs out here?
Non-game player, I might have made it sound
just gonna let me get it.
Complex. That's because it sort of is. Every good RPG has a technical, higher level of battle play. It's up to
at least
they want to learn it. You can.
At least they're not the hard plastic
arcade game.
Porcelain white lawn chairs. You know the ones we talked about. The ones that Virgil sits on. It makes the yeah, it's not those.
Few RPGs, even the most
had those for a while until we eventually just threw them away.
Require their players to generally pay as much attention.
We had them for actually 2 decades.
That's probably because the designers seem to have taken their inspirations from esports.
Yeah, those kept having to be needed to be hosed down.
Designers want to do these days. So let's break it down in a little bit more technical detail. ATB charges in the Final Fantasy VII Remake occupy the role of a defamiliarized esports cooldown. In a more complex MOBA or other esport, the word cooldown typically applies separately to a wide range of abilities of various tiers. One of the first and most valuable lessons you learn while playing a MOBA like League of Legends as a complete noob is to
I feel like using League of Legends terminology to explain Final Fantasy VII Remake mechanics is like
First, you've got to learn how
A
to just
whole other
use
level of attention to
This
detail that
lesson
I
is
don't even want to get
brutally
into.
important because when every single ability has a cooldown,
But his narration is calm and soothing nonetheless about it, so
different
whatever.
speed attached to it, you are going to need to eventually tattoo the lengths of those cooldowns onto your brain. The Final Fantasy VII Remake uses its ATB bars as white label cooldowns. Think of them as action coupons.
God, I hate these small specs.
One
Ah.
fancy action of your choice. Some fancy actions cost 2. Having the proper fancy actions available at the most opportune times always feels like a gamble until you've bent the system and broken the system, at which time it feels like esports. The Final Fantasy VII Remake's combat design staff have clearly had their eyes on esports for the past decade. I mean, the Final Fantasy VII Remake's combat design staff literally includes veterans of Kingdom Hearts 2. If you can get even
Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best video game of the franchise.
you can probably memorize the names of at least 10%.
Mostly because I haven't beat Kingdom Hearts 3.
I yelled esports.
As in, like, I completed the story of it, but I didn't finish the Pirates level. I finished the story of the Caribbean world, but I didn't fully explore it. But I want to revisit the game just so I could go through more of that. But also, because, like, sailing a pirate boat in a game is always fun. But also, I haven't gotten to the Remind. Oh. Please. There, we're going ding, 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 ding now. Ding, 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 like I said I was gonna do, yay. Of course, the more had a underside of it, and then this.
Why not? The Final Fantasy VII Remake represents the latest
Oh
attempt by
God,
Capcom
why?
designers to adapt esports mechanics for the main.
I thought, okay, good, I
I'm no
thought that was
elitist,
close.
so I say, this is great. Esports
Don't
relish
make
in
me
better mechanics
hose
of
the
objective
motor of a
satisfaction. I think we
mower!
should all look at esports.
It
For
feels
example,
wrong.
in popularizing the almighty cooldown.
It's like I'm gonna
esports
short
have
circuit it.
translated the shocking thrill of a stock
Or flood the
broker's
engine with
artifact
water.
directly onto every game liker's 240 Hz computer model. Esports thrill players with the sensation of a Twitch speed NASDAQ, successfully predicting that you will be ready to perform one exact action at one particular possible future moment makes you feel like a psychic. With your ultimate, you might accidentally also jump out of a real-life window. In a multiplayer online game where other people's psychologies make up 94% of the soup stock, this bartering, bargaining, and bluffing on ultra-short-term investments and payoffs fascinates and
Hate
thrills
this part.
in a manner.
Why am I power washing literal rocks? They're rocks.
In a single-player game, however, any designer insisting on speaking in a language of warm-ups.
Like, if you didn't want these rocks to look like nature, like, why did you even get...
Larry David squints. At lower difficulties, as the Final Fantasy VII Remake lowers you into its battle system toes first, the introduction of every additional mechanic feels good, right, and super occasionally triumphant. Later, as conflicts grow hot, we glimpse the face of the gremlin beneath the veneer.
Oh, hey, make sure to remove the grime from this under...
It turns out
Okay, now sound like cleaned it enough
is
that
made
it
of
counts.
cotton candy. A lot of times, quote, getting good, unquote, at a particular video game means getting good at dealing with nonsense. The degree of pleasantness we palpate via this nonsense helps us formulate our opinion of a game as good or bad. However, as someone who has designed for games and even made a few tiny complete games just for myself, I have seen the trick. Games are not real. On normal difficulty, the Final Fantasy VII Remake
Games aren't
allows
real.
casual players the opportunity to rent
You mean
esports thrills. If you
narrative-wise,
poke
they're not
systems
real,
full of
or-
enough holes, you'll see that the game is only offering the player the
Oh, you mean
opportunity
design-wise.
to play the role of a player.
Design-wise,
in an
the
esports
game.
For example, if Pressuring and
not.
staggering enemies is such a core part of the system. Why can't the enemies stagger me? The simple answer is because single-player video games are liars. I played through the Final Fantasy VII Remake on normal mode 4 times.
Wait a minute! That's a lie! Tim Rogers is a liar! Characters can get stunned. Aerith can get karate chopped in the back of the head and get staggered by that. It's obviously not with the stagger system, but player characters can get stunned. They can get other status ailments to them.
Once. I insisted on
It's
replaying normal mode 4 times, starting from 0 each time, because it literally has...
Like, it's not stagger system, but like staggering is basically stunning the enemy with a large enough amount of combos, which will sensitize the player to do the combo.
Easy mode. Hard mode is not available from the title screen. The developers present hard mode as a treat for freaks, unlockable only after completing
Treats for freaks like me.
normal mode. For the purpose of my analysis, I considered the unlockable nature of hard mode an indicator that I should scrutinize the normal mode most heavily. So
Oh
I did.
no!
The Final Fantasy VII
Why would you give me
introduces
this much
systems
power?
and elements surprisingly quickly for a Final
I could
Fantasy
probably
game.
stop here,
The
but like I'm
ethereal
wondering
remix
what
of
else the
points
game
you
wants me
earn
to
for
watch.
completing the game on normal mode once carry over interestingly well.
Oh, it was the
Reaching
orange
from 0
sunlit bricks again.
into a sort of philosophical new game plus. The first time I played normal mode, I didn't.
You're telling me I'm not doing the grill even?
Cloud's Punisher mode to counter certain enemies' melee attacks until.
I'm glad I'm listening to Tim Rogers right now because I'm about done with this game.
Very
Bullshit.
I humiliated the chapter 4 boss my second time through. It felt great. My first
Oh, hey,
time
make
through,
sure to get this
switching
tiny
between
nook
parties with
behind
super red
the
flares during battle
propane
felt
tank
satisfying.
that I'm not going to remove
Just
from the
his range
grill.
of perspective, it satisfied me.
Yeah, no,
Little
that's the
freeze
biggest
frames, the camera
asshole.
perspective jumps is a wonderful
Vibe.
flourish. My second time through it, some
The guy who
quickly
texted
on
me talking about
accident,
how his
I
family had a
glimpsed
huge
the
trip to
left
Mount Everest. Yeah,
stairs.
how about you have
My
a big
first
old
playthrough,
hike
I'd complained
over
maybe
here
500,000,000
if you're
times that
fit
my
enough to go
AI
to Mount
buddies were too
Everest,
stupid
you
to
loon.
exist. Well, the 500,001st complaint.
I'm yelling at a
broke the bank.
non-existent
My
video game
buds aren't
character
just
while listening
dumb.
to
They're
Tim Rogers
idiots.
talk about
And
how
they're
video
not
games
just
lie.
idiots. They're idiots by design,
Idiots
by game design.
game.
Also, it seems like the combat design gets off on making you feel bad about yourself. Like, bosses often change phases
is it
just
somewhere
as you're about to
bad?
stagger them, which resets their stagger meter. It's like the combat designers know exactly how quickly you can stagger the boss, and the exact minimum amount of damage the boss can take in the process of getting to that stagger, and then they set the next phase to start slightly above that. Check out Rude here. You can see his stagger meter reset within 1 frame, shamelessly, before the phase change cutscene. It's like he's rubbing it in my face. How namesakely of him. Also, Kiri is initiating his post-battle cutscene before the final hit of Cloud's limit break. What the heck, man? I developed a laundry list of similar complaints about the battle system by the end of my 26-hour cutscene second playthrough. I then played through the first chapter on hard mode with an endgame
Where
party at
is
around
the
level
last?
35. I found
Oh,
it a
wait.
tiny bit too strict, though for the most part I enjoyed myself. With this experience, I adjusted my perspective and replayed the game from 0 on normal again, simulating what I imagined to be a hard mode loadout. Hard mode doesn't let the player use items, so for my third playthrough, I did not use items. Well, I did use 2 Phoenix Downs, though only so I didn't have to redo an entire boss fight. I could have done it if I had had the raise materia equipped on Barrett as I thought I had.
Should have had the raises
hypothesis was
equipped
that a playthrough on
Barrett as
normal
you thought you
simulating hard
should have,
mode
yeah.
restrictions might enlighten me about the deepest levels of the game's design. I was particularly interested in observing the difficulty curve and progression, and the increased complexity of the metagame. The
fuck
only
else
thing
am
I
I
wasn't
missing
able to
here?
simulate in this playthrough was hard mode's restriction on benches. In normal
the-
mode,
what
they
else am I
recover your
missing?
magic points. In hard mode, they don't. I came away with 2 distinct impressions. Firstly, that
I can't
Cloud's
jump.
triple
Oh, yeah, I
slash
can
move
jump.
is overpowered. Secondly, that a lot of stuff is overpowered, though It's not quite the stuff you'd expect. I had yet to consult YouTube about hard mode strategies at this point, though by chapter 5 of my normal mode replay, I was able to piece together the way a hard mode playthrough would have to work. If benches don't restore your MP, you're going to need both high MP and some healing abilities that use ATB without also using MP. This means for hard mode, you need to prioritize leveling up the chakra materia, which heals a percentage of the HP, and the prayer materia, which
like, I'm actually viscerally mad about this.
HP. You need to fill your boys and girls with HP up and MP up materia. You need to give everyone healing materia just in case. And you need to make ample use of
I'm mashing tab right now. What else is there?
ATB faster. You need to be smart
is
about
it still the motor?
Like Cloud's triple slash.
I'll flood this engine if I miss something.
Fury. You need to make ample use of Eric's arcane ward, which places a field upon which any spellcaster casts every spell twice.
Oh yeah, that arcane ward was super helpful.
Correct strategies for pressuring every enemy, and you need to make timely use of focused abilities to stagger enemies.
Dude, I just want beat the souls that I want to play again.
You need to use Tifa's unbridled strength ability multiple times to charge her triangle button ability up to maximum
fuck else is there? Oh wait.
So you can make the most of
I'm an
every
idiot.
stagger.
I'm just actually an idiot.
Random enemy is generally on max stats in hard mode. There's no shame to grinding up to the level cap of level 50. And of course, since you can only play hard mode in New Game Plus, you get all of your late game materia and equipment from the start. When I did look at YouTubers' hard mode runs, I enjoyed learning that I had been mostly correct in
we're
my
still not done.
concept of an ideal loadout. This hypothetical hard mode loadout also made normal mode breezier and, dare I say, more exciting. However, it also required me to spend 22% more time in menus fiddling with my materia configurations. In hard mode, I'd just have started out with all of those endgame materia. This exercise gave me a lot of takeaways, many of which we don't have time to get into in this video. For example, I don't care how many times you've been through the game, you're constantly
pond edging
so much during every battle, and the
oh yeah, you want to get into the pond edge.
The matrix-colored Shadow Moses Costco.
You motherfucker! I didn't even notice. You could just look at like the cleanliness meter.
You're either completely turned around, or you can play Quake 2 with your eyes closed. And no, I am not
the
ever
barbecue
going to turn the minimap on. A lot of my battle footage wound up unusable because if one character's HP enters critical status, they throw this red mist filter over the whole screen. Developers put an option in the options menu that lets people turn off the weird "you're in danger" graphical effects. I ended up with literally 900 words of notes about the materia menu. In my script writing process, I made an attempt to condense that into fewer words. The materia menu is depressing. Materia is a beloved concept from the original Final Fantasy VII. Materia are little multicolored candy bubble orbs that players slot into individual characters as weapons, receiving abilities, magic spells, or passive traits.
I swear I just saw something.
As you fight battles, you earn AP.
Oh yeah, the better trim of the barbecue.
Level up a materia to
barbecue.
Skills,
it was right.
Spells,
it's right.
For
it's
example,
it looks like it's a reflection of the sun, but it's not. It's just.
20%
I don't like this game anymore.
You can take a material off of one character and give it to
when it's not highlighted, you can't see it, but when it is highlighted, it looks like reflection from the sun on the bricks.
Away, at least for the time being, from the previous character. In 1997, this
game went from relaxing to what the hell am I missing?
Character development.
There's still something missing.
In Final Fantasy V,
there's still something missing. And I don't know what it could be. If you have a swinging sofa, you are evil. Just Eve Shed, Miss. Oh yeah, the hanging planter, which is designed to hold dirt. It's literally designed to hold dirt. And you want the dirt polished off it. else? What else is there? Wait. Post. Patio. Retaining wall. Edging. Pond wall. Rim. Pond wall. It would be more helpful if there's like a tiny little noise that gave better indication. I'm assuming that grill is done, but like it has some. If it is the tiny, I thought I got the tiny part of it. God, I wish I could just remove the. I wish I could just take this sofa cushion out, because it was the cushion. I couldn't see it because it's an impossibly tiny little part. Oh, I hate it so much. It's the part that I hated doing, and it's the part I got stuck. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop streaming after I'm done with this. It's like, it's so close to the part of it that doesn't count as cleaning it. It's like I can't. Oh God, fuck this game. Oh, fuck this game. I don't want to spray the underside of a cushion. Not even the underside of the couch, the underside of the cushion. Is it over? What the fuck else? Imagine someone takes your disgusting backyard and makes it completely fine, but there's a hidden out-of-sight speck somewhere that no human being can see. So you go, oh yeah, he did a pretty good job, but he missed the one impossible to see speck that nobody will see at face value. 4 out of 5. I climbed Mount Everest, my family. I bet my daughters will have just a great time. Enough with what he made on. Fuck you. And it's flower bed edging, the thing that's designed to have dirt. I can't even see where. Oh, there it is. There was a little bit of it there. Oh. And that wasn't enough to finish it? Flower bed. Yeah. Oh, God. Come on. I'm begging you. Please. Please. Give me relief here. I just want to beat it. What the fuck else is there? I actually don't know what else the game wants me to do. Like, I actually just don't know. And scan doesn't help at all. Oh, my mistake. It was so well lit that I didn't see this tiny speck. Garden share. How did I... Oh, I'm sorry, Garden Share. I didn't even see that. I can't even aim under there when I'm on my belly. Okay. Fence top? What stepping stone am I missing? I'll just hit all of them. Because at this rate, what, like, I don't know what tiny... Oh, fuck you. Look at this! It's perpendicular to the pebbles! It looks like a shadow! Who the fuck gives a shit about a shading on a stone? Okay. 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 Fence top. That's the trellis. That's not the fence top. Oh, wait. You mean the wooden fence top. I am so sorry. I didn't even... I hate how he calls me Doc. I don't have a doctorate in this, man. Look at this. There was a cat there, and I scared the cat away. Oh no! Look at this, like, meandering around. In a minute. Oh, it just fast forwards the meandering. It only recorded the part where I actually cleaned it. Okay. Well, now I'm done with the game, so I hope you all enjoy.